Okay, I'm back. I had to put my glasses on because I was feeling a little blind. But anyway, so as I was saying, I'm not sure. Sometimes when I record from my webcam, it cuts off like a minute or so. So if there's this random silence at the very end, I'm sorry for that. But I was kind of giving the computer a little time to just not cut the very ending of it off. But just in case it did cut it off, I'm gonna repeat what I said. I was able to carry I was able to have a successful pregnancy with the cervical cerclage with my second child. Now I will say that after I got the cerclage and I got a McDonald's cerclage at 14 weeks. After I received that at about 16 weeks, I think, okay, 18 weeks, I think it was, I started to get the 17P shot, which is a progesterone shot. And I got that in my left or my right cheek, depending on which day I went. Um, I want y'all to see all my bra straps and stuff. But anyway, um, and I would guess that was the worst part about it. Now everybody wouldn't have to. Like I had an option whether I would get the shots or not, but I said, I want all the protection I can get. So I got the shots, and I never contracted. I mean, when I got towards the end, I had my Braxton Hicks, but every woman has those. Um, but yeah, I never couldn't. I never had any problems. Um, Now with the 17P, when they're putting that in, I really did not like that because I don't like needles. But I guess it was good because I couldn't feel it, and the stick went by really quick. But the medicine was so thick that they had to do it so slowly. So after receiving it was when the pain really would kick in, and I would have to be having ice on my butt for until I got home and was able to prop it up. But the first time you get it, I would definitely recommend having someone go with you so that you don't have to drive because it's really hard to sit on your bottom after getting that shot. So anyway, after that you kind of get used to it and it doesn't bother you anymore. But so anyway, um, I went to school. Like I said, I went to school. I didn't have any problems. At 37 weeks, which was around January 12th. At 36 weeks, I had the cerclage removed. At 35 weeks, I stopped getting 17P, and at 36 weeks, I had the cerclage removed. The cerclage removal was a simple office visit. I went in, and they don't numb you or anything. They just sit you up on those tables with your legs all up in the air like they do, like you're getting a pap smear. And he goes in there with some scissors, and I guess he cuts the string. You feel a tug. Um, you feel like a tug, a little snip, and then you can feel him tugging it, pulling it out. And that's probably the worst part. It doesn't hurt at all. It doesn't hurt. But you just, feel him tugging it out. Um, and then it's over, and you might have some like spotting afterwards. And my doctor told me to take some um, medicine if I felt like the pain, if I felt like some mild cramping, but it wasn't that bad. Um, And I didn't go into labor like, I'm thinking, oh yeah, they took the cerclage out, I'm going into labor tonight, which is what I wanted to happen because I was going back to school in January and I was doing January. And I wanted to be able to spend as much time with my baby as possible um, before I had to go back to class. But anyway, I didn't go into labor that week. The second week I didn't go into, well, the second week I didn't go into labor on my own. I was induced because my blood pressure was high. And that was not due to the cerclage. I had some other issues going on. But I, I was induced with the by my blood pressure being high. And then when I got there, the doctor was like, "Oh, we're gonna induce you." I was already about 3, almost 4 centimeters dilated when I was at the hospital, and um, I had did that on my own, just from being at home. But so they like, "Yeah, we'll induce you. You're gonna go fast. This is your second birth too." And with my oldest son, everything went by so quickly. Um, I mean, I pushed and, there he was. But it was not the case. Um, they got me on that Pitocin, and Pitocin is so horrible. If I decide to have a third, maybe a fourth child or something, I do not want to be induced. I don't want to be induced. I don't want to be induced. I don't want to be induced. I want to go into labor completely natural. I want it to. I want my body to just take control of the situation. So yeah, that pitocin was crucial because I planned on having a natural birth until they hit me with that pitocin. At first, it was okay. But then, as it started going up every 30 minutes, the dose kept going up. I was like, oh, this hurt, I mean, childbirth already is a painful experience. I don't know why people be like, this is so liberating. No, it's not. It hurts. So, anyway, um, I had a doula, but she ain't do me no good once that pain hit me in because I didn't care what nobody else said. I wanted epidural. When she came and checked me, 6 hours of no pain medication, I was still 4 centimeters dilated. And the doctors were quite amazed because by me having incompetent cervix, they felt like by the time they take their cerclage out, my cervix would just open up. But the doctors, they say we don't know everything, and I firmly believe that God just had his own plan, or Jaren had his own plan. Well, anyway, I didn't go. It went by. I was in labor like 10.5 hours or something like that. So I finally, after 6 hours of still only being 4 centimeters dilated and the pitocin only getting stronger, I decided that I was going to get me an epidural. Got me an epidural. My husband was happy because I guess I was squeezing his hand to death. And I didn't want to be touched. I didn't like the idea of somebody touching on me, trying to get me to calm down. I just wanted to make the pain go away. So I got my epidural, and I was knocked out. I was sleeping like a little baby. And after that, the doctor came in to check me, and I was fully dilated, ready to push. Problem was, they couldn't find the baby's heartbeat. Found out his heartbeat was severely low. Um, and that was a very traumatic part. We almost didn't know if something bad was going to happen, something fatal. But she was able to get him out. I did have a third-degree tear, and let me tell you that was horrible. That tear in itself was just horrible, and I'm so glad I had epidural that I did not have to feel that pain. Um, she used a vacuum and she had her hands stuck all up in there, so I firmly believe that had something to do with me tearing. Um, but he came out and he was a big old whopping 8 pounds 9 ounces, and he was 3 weeks early. So just imagine if I would have went to my due date. Ugh, I couldn't imagine that. But he was out, and I was getting stitched up, and I was just very happy. So the next time I am if I was to get pregnant again, I would have to receive the McDonald's Cerclage, and I would probably get the 17P yet again, and I would have to do that every time I decide to get pregnant. I used to want 6 kids. I don't want that many anymore because I don't want to have to go through that process of having surgery every time I have to stitch me up, and just knowing that my body doesn't carry babies very well. But I am very thankful to be able to have two very, very beautiful children. Um, by the way, my boys are in a contest. They're trying to get modeling contracts, so pray for them and their success. But anyone who is considering getting the Cerclage, get it. It really is, it really did allow me to have a successful pregnancy. There's nothing to be scared of. It's painless. Excuse me, my back position. Um, and just pray, just allow God to take control of the situation, and I promise you, everything will turn out for your good. You know. So, all right. If you have any more questions, please let me know. I hope I really covered that as good as possible. If you have more questions, then I'll make a third video. Okay. Good night.